Relax and let this gentle story carry you softly into sleep. Tansy and Magnolia's Tranquil Night. This story is about Tansy and her gentle experience of a tranquil night with Magnolia, a snow mole, as they find peace and connection in nature. Under the vast canopy of twinkling stars, Tansy walked through the serene meadow, her heart as light as the gentle breeze that rustled the tall grasses. She loved these quiet evening strolls, moments of solitude and reflection that came with the setting sun. Tonight, however, felt particularly special. A sense of tranquility spread deep within, guiding her every step. On a low-hanging branch of an ancient oak, Magnolia, a snowy owl of ethereal beauty, came perched silently. Her feathers, a pristine white, seemed to shimmer under the moon's silver glow. Tansy's eyes met Magnolia's, and in that instant, she knew their bond was unspoken yet profound. The owl's soft hoots mingled with the night sounds, creating a melody of nature's own making. As she approached the oak, Tansy felt a profound connection to the earth and its creatures. Magnolia fluttered down and landed gracefully on Tansy's shoulder. Together, they made their way toward the pond at the meadow's edge, a tranquil sanctuary where water lilies floated on the surface like dreams. The moon reflected off the pond's still waters, casting a serene light across the landscape. Tansy sat by the water's edge, her mind fully present in the moment. Magnolia, ever silent, offered comfort simply by being there. Tansy watched as the water lilies gently bumped, their movements in perfect harmony with the quiet night. Sharing this peaceful night with Magnolia, time seemed to stand still as they sat together, embraced by the stillness of their surroundings. As the night grew deeper, Tansy and Magnolia returned to the ancient oak. The meadow, now bathed in moonlight, was a portrait of perfect calm. With the owl resting on her shoulder, Tansy felt an overwhelming sense of peace. She looked up at the stars once more, whispering a soft gratitude for the timeless beauty of the moment. Magnolia let out a contented hoot, as if in agreement. Tansy knew that this tranquil night with her feathered friend would forever be etched in her heart. Their peaceful companionship was a gentle reminder of life's simple yet profound joys. Let's settle into another soothing story. To Jasmine and the Loving Guardian Angel. This story is about a girl named Jasmine who meets her guardian angel, Kutreya, and is guided through the magical dream world where she learns to create her own dreams. One starry night, a young girl named Jasmine lay in her cozy bed, gazing out of the window at the shimmering sky. Jasmine had always been fascinated by the stars and often imagined herself traveling among them. On this particular night, something extraordinary happened. As she drew feet into a peaceful slumber, she felt a gentle presence beside her. Suddenly, a soft, radiant light filled the room, and a loving guardian angel named Kutreya appeared. Fisha had golden wings that shimmered like the stars and an aura of warmth that made Jasmine feel safe. "Do not be afraid," Kutreya whispered in a voice as soothing as a lullaby. "I am your guardian angel, and tonight, I will take you on a journey through the dream world." Jasmine's eyes widened in wonder as Kutreya extended a hand towards her. With a sense of pure excitement, she took Kutreya's hand, and they began to rise effortlessly into the night sky. As they soared above the world, Jasmine saw things she had only read about in books, a landscape of serene beauty and magical wonders. They flew over vast oceans that sparkled under the moonlight, lush forests that seemed to whisper ancient secrets, and fields of flowers that glowed in an array of colors. "This is the dream world," Kutreya explained. "It is a realm where dreams are born and take shape." Intrigued, Jasmine asked, "Can I create my own dreams?" He Jasmine nodded. Yes, every night, the dream world awaits your imagination. Close your eyes and think of your heart's deepest wishes. Following Putri as guidance, Jasmine closed her eyes and envisioned a world where kindness reigned, where everyone smiled, and where laughter was as abundant as the air itself. When she opened her eyes, she found herself in a beautiful place that matched her imagination perfectly. This is incredible, Jasmine exclaimed as she explored her creation. Shreya watched her with loving eyes. Remember, Jasmine, the dream world is always here for you. Whenever you need sauce for inspiration, you can visit it. With that, Putri gently led Jasmine back to her bedroom, the warm, radiant light surrounding them slowly fading. Jasmine felt her body sink into the soft sheets, a sense of profound peace washing over her. Thank you, Freya, she said softly. You have given me a gift I will cherish forever. Putri smiled. Good night, Jasmine. Dream beautiful dreams. With Putri's blessing, Jasmine closed her eyes and drifted back to sleep, knowing that her loving guardian angel would always be close by. Let's move gently into another comforting story. Magnolia and Angelonia, a night of awe. This story is about a girl named Magnolia and her snowy old friend Angelonia discovering a magical chamber in a forest, filling them with awe and wonder. In a lush forest surrounded by whispering pines and sparkling streams, there lived a young girl named Magnolia. She had emerald eyes that held the wonder of the world. Her best friend was not another human, but a majestic snow owl named Angelonia. Angelonia had snowy white feathers that gleamed like freshly fallen snow under a full moon. Together, they were inseparable, sharing countless adventures beneath the star-studded sky. One day, Magnolia and Angelonia stumbled upon an ancient stone path. Curious as always, they decided to follow it. The path led them deep into the forest, to a place neither had seen before. An enormous oak tree stood at the end of the trail, its branches stretching out like open arms, welcoming them. Behind the tree was a wooden swing, swinging gently as if inviting them to play. Magnolia climbed onto the swing, and with a push from Angelonia, she soared high into the air. As she swung back and forth, she laughed with pure delight, the sound echoing through the quiet forest. Suddenly, the air was filled with a soft, enchanting melody. It seemed to come from the very heart of the oak tree. Angelonia tilted her head, their keen eyes searching for the source of the music. Magnolia and Angelonia looked at each other in wonder and resolved to find the source. They discovered the hollow in the tree's trunk, just big enough for both of them to squeeze through. Inside, they found a hidden chamber bathed in a warm, golden glow. At the center of the chamber was a crystal that pulsed with light, casting mesmerizing patterns on the walls. Entranced, Magnolia gazed at the crystal, feeling her heart fill with awe. She reached out to touch it, and the instant her fingers brushed its surface, she felt a wave of warmth and happiness wash over her. Angelonia softly hooted, her eyes twinkling with amazement. The magical crystal seemed to amplify their emotions, making everything feel more vivid and beautiful. The melodies grew louder, creating a chorus of harmonies that wrapped around them, like a loving embrace. In that sacred moment, Magnolia and Angelonia felt more connected to each other and the world around them than ever before. They stayed in the chamber, basking in the glow and music, until the sunlight began to fade. Reluctantly, they knew it was time to leave, but the memory of the awe-inspiring experience stayed with them. As they walked home under the cloak of twilight, they were filled with a newfound sense of wonder and gratitude. That night, beneath the same star-studded sky, Magnolia and Angelonia rested peacefully, their dreams filled with the magic of the hidden chamber and the melodies that spoke to their souls. Here's another story to warm your heart. And the Joyful Sprite Flax, a tale of heritage. His story is about a young boy named Dan who learns about the importance of heritage from a mystical joyful sprite named Flax. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled in the rolling hills, lived a young boy named Dan. Dan had always been enamored with stories of old, tales passed down through generations by the village elders. His favorite stories were those of a mystical being called Joyful Sprite, who was said to reside in the heart of the ancient forest that bordered their village. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of crimson and gold, Dan decided to venture into the forest, in search of the Joyful Sprite. With a lantern in hand and excitement in his heart, he treaded carefully through the dense underbrush. The forest seemed to whisper secrets of the ages as he moved deeper into its embrace. After what felt like an eternity, Dan stumbled upon a clearing illuminated by the soft glow of fireflies. In the center of the clearing stood a radiant figure, delicate and effervescent, with wings that shimmered like dew-kissed petals. It was Flax, the Joyful Sprite. "Welcome, young seeker," Flax greeted, her voice as melodious as a lullaby. "I have been waiting for you." Dan, though mesmerized, managed to ask, "Are you the joyful sprite of the old tales?" Flax nodded with a smile that could lighten the darkest fears. "Indeed I am. And you, Dan, have shown great courage to seek the heritage of our land." Intrigued, Dan listened as Flax shared stories of courage, kindness, and the importance of preserving the traditions passed down through generations. In under the ancient oak, Flax spoke of the wisdom embedded in the village's heritage, and how it shaped their identity. "Our heritage is not just a thing of the past," Flax explained. "It is a living treasure that guides, connects, and strengthens us." As the night wore on, Dan felt a profound connection to his roots and a renewed sense of responsibility to honor the legacy of his ancestors. Before he left, Flax gifted him a beautifully carved wooden pendant, a symbol of their meeting and the heritage he now vowed to protect. Returning to the village, Dan shared his experience and the wisdom imparted by Flax with the elders and the younger generation alike. The story of Dan's encounter with the Joyful Sprite became a cherished tale, a reminder of the enduring legacy that each generation holds. So, the heritage of the village continued to thrive, with the spirit of the past living on in the hearts of all who heard the story. Good night, and may your heart feel light and calm.